Greetings from PVSmartMouths, and you are working on list 7. Of course, you can always pause as necessary through the list. List 7: abrupt, astonish, classify, complex, consent, eager, endure, exclaim, horizontal, recollect. Please pay special attention to the last word, recollect. Phonetically, you would think that would be recollect, but it's pronounced recollect. Abrupt. It means sudden and unexpected. It's a descriptive word. It might describe people, things, events, actions, the way a person talks. It has a fairly negative connotation. It's not a good thing if something is abrupt. It makes it uncomfortable, it's unexpected, and normally it's something that you don't want to happen. Abrupt. Here is a chart that shows an abrupt change in the temperature in Greenland, and that abrupt change is causing problems in the ocean and with Greenland's economy as well. So that abrupt change is a problem. This bike lane ends abruptly. You can see they have about 50 feet notice that the lane is going to end, and you don't have easy access to the road. It looks like a busy road you might not want to ride. So it ends abruptly with little warning and very quick stop. Astonish. The definition of astonish is to fill with a sense of wonder or amazement. The word normally describes someone's reaction. So here's a quick survey for you. What action could you take that would astonish your folks? What action could you take that would fill them with a sense of wonder or amazement? A. Straight A's. B. Keep your room clean. C. Cease disputes with your siblings. Or D. Do extra chores without being asked. I probably could have added a C for all of the above. Astonish. And here is a woman. She is astonished. It's normally something you're going to be astonished. You're going to have a smile on your face, and it's a positive reaction to something. Many people are astonished when they see accomplishments from ancient civilizations. If you saw that in person, you would be astonished. It's cool to look at in pages and books, but to see it in life would be even more astonishing. Classify. The definition is to arrange or sort things into categories that have specific characteristics. In science class, you learn to classify plants and animals. And those groups or categories have shared and distinct features. Pay special attention to the word family here. You'll see it a lot. Classifies, classified, and classification. You will be looking at classification charts often, especially in science class. These items are classified by shape and color. And here is a quick classification chart. You can see the animals are grouped together. There's the birds, there's some mammals, fish, reptiles. They're put together, and we call that classifying. They're put together with their like characteristics or shared characteristics. Complex. The definition is having many parts, complicated, difficult to understand. Complex can describe people, ideas, events, games, politics, etc. Just about anything could be complex. And the word family, it includes a word complexity. And that is something that you're going to be hearing a lot of, because one of the new standards in education is to make the complexity of the text that you are reading higher. So what you're going to be reading is going to become more challenging and more difficult. This diagram has many parts. The strands would be difficult to follow, so it's complex. There's many parts. This is a jigsaw puzzle. It would be complex and would take considerable time to complete. Consent. The definition is to agree or accept. You need your parents' consent to attend a field trip. Teachers need the principal's consent to plan the field trip. One can give consent in writing or verbally. The term is used in legal and medical matters. You have to consent to have medical tests done or an operation done. A signature is often used at the end of a document to consent. The survey promises to only take a few minutes. The company uses that information to try and gain one's consent to complete the survey. They tell us, "We would like you to take a quick survey about our website." The survey is only 10 questions and should only take a few minutes to complete. Please click here to start the survey. So in this case, you're just clicking and then you're giving your consent to start the survey. Eager. The definition is wanting to do or have something very much. You want to do or have something very much. The connotation is that it's something that you want. It is not necessarily something that you need. You've also learned the word desperate. Normally in desperate, you are in need of something. Eager, you want something. And the word family also includes eagerly and eagerness. Eager. These children are eager to answer questions. This young man is eager to dig in and enjoy the meal. Endure. The definition of endure: to suffer or tolerate something difficult or painful. Endure is usually a negative word. If we have to endure something, it is definitely uncomfortable, if not downright painful. And the word family: enduring, endured, and endurance. You're probably familiar with the word endurance if it comes to how it's related to athletics. Endure. This tree is enduring a windy storm or possibly a hurricane. It's bent over. It's taking the force of the wind. Here is a weather map. It's showing a heat wave in about a third to a half of the United States. And this weather map shows which states have to endure the heat wave. Exclaim. The definition is to speak in an enthusiastic or forceful way. And the connotation: exclaim is used when a person is surprised, excited, or trying to be persuasive. The word family, you'll see something you are familiar with: exclaims, exclaimed, exclaiming, and exclamation. And hopefully you're thinking, oh, we use exclamation points. An author uses an exclamation mark when a character exclaims. Exclaims is a word you're going to see in writing, but you probably won't hear people use it in their normal vocabulary too often. And here's a couple of examples. This is kind of reminded me of me out on the car rider line with the bullhorn. And here somebody is exclaiming surprise a little bit too harshly. Horizontal. Definition: parallel to the ground, positioned from side to side. Horizontal is the antonym to vertical. We have looked at how you're going to write on your paper. We've talked about landscape. We've talked about portrait. So landscape is to portrait as horizontal is to vertical. The base word is horizon. And here we have a picture of the horizon. And the graph shows you horizontal goes side to side. The tree trunk is vertical. It goes up, down. And you can see how these two are opposite to one another. Here's some more examples of horizontal. The wood in the fence goes mostly side to side. These stripes are horizontal. They go side to side rather than up and down. Recollect. It means to remember, to bring back a memory. The busy mother recollected that she had an appointment 2 hours after it had passed. Normally when you recollect something, you bring it from the back of your memory, whereas you wouldn't talk about times tables as something you recollect. That's just something you remember, you use a whole lot. Recollect normally means it's something that's not in the forefront of your mind. The word family: recollects, recollecting, or recollection. Here's a picture of some photographs. Photographs would help you recollect. And here is a chart about different kinds of memory. Episodic memory, procedural memory. This especially, for instance, when you go to take a test on reading counts, you might have to recollect the procedure to take that quiz if you don't take them too often. Recollect. And here is a young man thinking hard on something, trying to remember. Recollect. That's all. Thank you.